This show is dedicated to the memory of Wilton Trahan.
BearPodcast, 451.
It involves showing of more fur.
It's nothing like making a pig bottom squeal than using bacon lube.
Village there full of cage.
Hey, all you bears!
Okay, I just saw this on Facebook today. I think he's closeted. You think he's just closeted?
And I got my ass chewed out by everything.
Thanks to the gay, the geek, and the bizarre.
Laying on the couch eating bonbons and his jocks.
Just that I saw it on X. Do some sexting with
You're listening to BearPodcast.com.
He called and then he was freaked out. You're really bitter here.
I am bitter.
Bitter.
It's been a
Party of
shitty
one
week.
over here.
Bitter party of one right here. It's been a shitty week, let me tell you.
Welcome everyone to Bear Podcast. I am Nard.
And I'm Ray.
And welcome to episode 451 for the week of January 14. Yes. And this is a show based here in Houston, Texas. If you guys are don't know, if you're new listeners out there.
Or if you're old listeners and just forgot.
Most forgotten already. Okay, so just a few updates on us. So what have you been up to, Ray?
Well, this weekend was pretty low key for me. So I stayed home most of the weekend. I didn't really do that much, except get the Christmas lights down. I finally took the Christmas lights off the house. I went out twice to do it Saturday, and both times I walked out of the door, it was raining, or it started raining. So I said, well, God's trying to tell me something, not to get on the roof of this house. So Sunday,
That's scary.
Sunday I went out and I froze my butt off getting the lights off the house, but it was sunny and it wasn't raining, so I got all the lights off. And now they're just laying in the garage in a big pile. I got to go roll them back on the reels and put them up.
Because you had a lot of lights, okay.
Well, no, I just had some lights on the trees and outline on the edge of the house.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's pretty scary. You have to go up the roof to do that? To
Yeah.
remove it?
well, it's easier to do it
Slide.
than trying to move a ladder every few feet.
Yeah.
So
But it's scary, having a bear
yeah,
on the roof. Bear on the roof.
yeah. I had my phone with me, so in case I fell off, I could hopefully at least be able to dial somebody, call 911.
Yeah. Was it? I've fallen and I can't get up.
I know. I need my life alert. It's getting to be about that bad these days. So
Yeah, that's true.
so
It's also been a low key for me. It's just it's cold. It's about 50 degrees. Okay, you guys out there in Chicago, maybe you guys
where
are.
it's -2,
50 degrees. It's not cold for
that's
you.
summer
It's-
for them.
That's summer for you guys, right? It's cold for me. I can't handle it. I didn't want to go out the house.
Yeah.
I really did not. In fact, Sunday I just stayed home and just watched. What did I watch? Oh, American Horror Story. I finished.
You caught up?
I caught up.
Good. Because there's
And
only
it's
2
so-
episodes left.
I know it's so fucked up, really.
Yes,
And
it
I came to a point that Dylan McDermott,
Uh-huh.
the son of the
Spoiler alert. by the
Spoiler
way,
alert.
If you haven't caught up.
the son. He's wearing he's sporting a beard this time. So I knew they're going to recycle some of the people. They pretty much have everyone from the old episode, right? From the first season, I mean.
I think most of them, except for the Down syndrome girl.
That's right. You're right. Mm-hmm.
I don't think she's in this show.
Yeah, that's right. The Down syndrome girl. But Jessica Lange, I think she's.
Yeah.
she's-
Did you watch the name game?
Yes. Oh my
That
god.
was the best episode ever. that whole psycho breakdown she had.
I know.
That was hilarious. I loved it. I went back and watched it twice now.
I was shocked when I saw that. Oh my god, they actually did this, and they had a lot of fun. So that was good.
Maynard, fo.
Okay, let's try Chuck.
So,
Okay, so we watched. I watched that American Horror Story. It's pretty good, and I'm looking forward to the next 2
yeah.
episodes.
I just started watching random stuff on Netflix.
Really, you
Yeah.
do that? I mean, I
Yeah.
go for series. All the series that I could find. I mean,
Well, Friday night my friend Juan Colors came over and we were laying there watching TV, and there's these horrible gay movies the whole series this time is 13 something. It's a David DeCocto film, and he's the one that did the Brotherhood series. And these are it's just pretty little Twinkie boys who walk in a house shirtless, or they take their shirts off, or they get down to their underwear, and then they get murdered somehow, or
Wow.
something. And that's pretty much the last 10 movies he's done is about the theme of it. And it's like
Somebody gets naked.
So some guy, well, he doesn't get naked. He always keeps them in the short and stuff, and it's just enough to tease. It's very, very soft core,
And then they die.
very homoerotic, and then they die. And then the next one comes in the house, and he's used the same house for the last 10 movies, and one of them was even about Hercules. Hercules. And in the Hercules movie, they had on, they were all dressed up like, back in Hercules times. And then they do this pan, and you see this stainless steel gas grill sitting over in the corner. It's hilarious. It's just bad. Even I don't do stuff this bad, I don't think. And I don't understand why he does this, because the Brotherhood series was actually pretty good. But he's just got, there's no plot, no nothing, and he's just throwing these things out. But he has some amazing talent of getting these cute young Twinkie boys.
Just to act for him.
Just to act for him. Well, it ain't really act. I mean, they're standing there looking pretty, most of them.
And they die in the end.
And he was like, and then when we were done, he was like, that is so bad. And I was like, I told you. I tried to tell you that. So,
okay. I should check those out.
So.
What I've been catching up on, actually, one of the series is Dexter. Dexter's on again, right? Or
I don't know. I haven't watched Dexter in years.
Dexter 7, season 7 is out. I mean, I think it's a Showtime. It's a Showtime. So
yeah.
The reason why I wanted to catch up with it because Michael C. Hall is back. I think he has cancer. I think
He had cancer. Yeah, I think.
And he's in remission right now. I think so. He's on TV again, and I saw a Comic-Con clip, so I got inspired to. I should catch up on Dexter. So I started watching Dexter.
Well, I also caught up Lost Girl, because it starts back tonight, which is Monday night. We record the show every Monday night. Lost Girl, Being Human comes back tonight.
See, Being Human.
And a new show called Continuum is coming on Sci-Fi.
Didn't we talk about that before? What's it about? Continuum?
I don't think we talked about it. It's about, there's another show similar to this, and I can't remember what the name was, but these terrorists in the future get sent back to the past, and then this enforcer has to go back and try to stop them from changing the future. Mm-hmm. And there's another TV show like that where he had it was when the AT&T credit cards first came out, phone cards, the real cool ones came out years ago. Mm-hmm. And he went back and he talked to his computer. The credit card was his computer. It was his artificial intelligence.
No.
And she would talk to him and all this stuff, and I cannot for the life of me remember that damn show.
Oh. Anyway, I don't know that movie.
But it was about 10 years ago, maybe even a little bit longer than that. But I'll find it eventually.
Okay. So that's what oh God, you've been busy. I see you've been doing a lot then.
Laying in bed watching TV now. That ain't been doing a lot except making my gut bigger.
Which reminds me, that Sydney trip, I weighed myself today. I gained 6 pounds. I'm becoming a bear. Well, a cub or whatever. A hairless cub.
Take some X-Lax, should be okay.
Really?
Yes.
So I can take it up and lose 6 pounds.
Yeah,
okay.
Pretty much.
Nice. So also I've been reading up on Suki Stackhouse. Excuse me. And then I'm on Dead and Gone. It's the 9th book. So I've been pretty good at this. I've been reading it, and it's the series where it's a time when the wares are now public. Mm-hmm. That's it starts. Oops, spoilers. But you know that already on True Blood. If you guys are watching True Blood, you know the wares. The premise is of True Blood is that the vampires went public, but the werewolves or the wares, the two natured ones, they are not public, and they did a big revelation on the book 9. So yeah, spoilers if you guys haven't read Suki Stackhouse. But this book has been around for 2 years.
Yeah.
No, 2008. So even longer. That's 4 years ago. It's a long time ago. So
and there's a new Suki Stackhouse coming out in May, so you better hurry up and get finished up.
I need to catch up on that one.
Because I noticed it popped up on my Amazon thing.
Okay.
So. And then, of course, we both had to do something really sad Saturday.
Yes. Our friend Wilton Trahan, he passed away. I think we talked about it. Didn't we talk about it last weekend? Last episode? He passed on January 3rd. And it's really sad. We know him as a very good friend of the Houston area Bears, and also with the Houston Bears, the newly formed one. And he has been a big supporter whenever we need a place to celebrate a party, or whenever uh, uh, get-togethers, and we need people to come over. Just he's just uh, uh, you know he's got a big heart, and it's really sad to lose him.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
So, do you think we should read this or?
sure.
Okay. All right. This is actually the we went to the celebration of life for Wilton, and yeah, he was born August 31st, 1932, and he passed last January 3rd. So Wilton Trahan Jr. left this world and all his loved ones behind suddenly on January 3rd, 2013. Wilton was a native Houstonian, born on August 31st, 1932, and Wilton was preceded in death by his parents and by his son, James Trahan. Wilton left behind his son, John Trahan, his five grandchildren, Ashley, Christopher, Christina, Frank, and James Jr. His five grandchildren, his five great grandchildren, Jaden, Ayana, and Jada, and Alex and Alayana, and of course he left also his former partner and best friend and caretaker for the past 35 years, David Guy. He's a friend of ours also. He's a big supporter of the bear community here in Houston also. So Wilton's career involved managing the apartment complex that he built with his parents, as well as other residential properties. His interests included collecting and restoring classic Thunderbird cars and traveling wherever an airplane, his motorhome, or his fifth wheel camper would take him. Wilton was also an avid collector of antiques and knew the history of everything he owned. That's really an admirable trait of him. To you have something at home, and you have the
The
whole
whole
history
history of
about
it.
it,
Yeah.
and you always have a story to tell. That's what the that everybody who did the eulogy and over there was saying, that he is very full of life. He may be 80 years old, but he's very young at heart, and he he has so many stories to tell.
Yep.
Yeah, I love the washing machine story.
Yes.
That was the
Yes.
best story there. So Wilton made friends easily and loved to entertain. His plans were always larger than life, and once committed to a project, he saw it through. Wilton was made an honorary lifetime member of the Houston Bears because of his generous nature and his willingness to help. So we extend our condolences to Wilton's family, and of course David. He's a friend of ours, and may you rest in peace, David. Sorry, Wilton. I get mixed up. So yeah, so Wilton Tran, wherever you are, I hope you're in peace, and
I'm sure he's partying somewhere in a Thunderbird.
yeah, probably is.
So, but one of the things that we should have put down as topics is one of the things that this reminded me of is have your will done.
Oh yeah, that's right.
If you have a partner or you have somebody that you're in a relationship with, and they mean something to you, have your will done and then put it where it can be found, because all this going on, it's just like all this happening. It's like he's 80 years old, he has property, land, and everything, and if there's no will to say what to do with it, then poor David loses everything.
Yeah.
If there's not a will or anything, or anybody, it could be that way. I mean, this is not the first time this has happened where somebody passed and their partner got screwed royally. They've been together 40 years, but there was no will, and the guy's family come in and took everything. They said, "Oh, this is his," and nobody keeps receipts on everything they buy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it happens all the time. So make sure, especially if you're in a relationship and you think, and you've been together a while, and you think, and you're settled down and committed, do a will. Also do a living will and medical power of attorney. Most of the documents you can find online and do them online, or you can go to your local, if you got a lawyer, you can do that too, but make sure you get the documents done. So,
yeah. And
each state's different about how you do it. Some states, I think you can still write something on a piece of paper and have it, sign it, and have it notarized that you did it, and that's your will.
What about video? Can you do that? Right now, we can do our wills here on TV, on recording.
Well,
But
yeah,
that
but
would
that's
be.
still not a legal document.
It's not.
No.
Even though you're the one who's saying it, isn't
Well,
that?
well, then they could say he's being coerced off camera with a gun.
Oh, really? God.
So, but I mean, if the family wants to fight it, they're going to fight it anyhow. But at least there's something there trying to plan for estate planning. It's
Oh,
just
Also, there's a trick that I found out about that. Not trick, but it's a good thing to do. You may have a will already, but maybe down the road, maybe a year or two, you update it. You go back to your lawyer and you need to update it. It may cost more, but of course, you update it, meaning you are sure, you are confirming that this is your will, because like what you said, Ray, family who would want to go after your property would just say that will was done in a hurry, that will was coerced from from uh from the departed.
mhm.
So that's usually is the defense. That's what I heard. People, families would do that to screw over the partner, saying that that was fabricated, that was
Yeah.
coerced. But if you have an updated one that follows it, and you have the lawyer to
Yeah, and they
to
can
confirm
track
it.
it. So,
Hey,
but then
this is
also
really
make
what I
sure you
want.
put it so it can be found, or
Yes,
have extra
definitely.
copies made and notarized, and give them to specific people. That say if you have a executor of your estate, that way your family didn't have to deal with it, and then make sure stuff happens.
And usually the executor is your partner.
Not necessarily, but what if it's
You
both?
can.
See, that's the whole thing. A lot of people make their partners the executor, but what if both of them die at the same time?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you
And
always
that-
have
I
a
mean,
second executor. Yeah.
So you always have a second
There's a
executor.
primary,
So-
there's a secondary.
There.
Yeah.
And then always make sure that if you own property together, I know in Texas you have to leave the house when you have the house, the deed's done. You have it put in with your partner's name, even if they're on the deed, with right of survivorship, so that they get left the house if you pass.
Mhm.
It can't be coming in; they can be forced to sell half of it and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
check with your lawyer before you buy a house, doing this stuff. Make sure you're putting the right information on there. There's a gay lawyer pretty much everywhere now.
That's right.
So.
Okay.
And then if you can't find one, go online. I'm sure there's a gay legal network somewhere you can find a lawyer on in your town or in your state. So
That's right. Or Google it. Maybe.
I'll Google it. Yeah. So now, with all that said, so did you watch the Golden Globes last night?
I did not. Like I said, I stayed.
I didn't either. I totally forgot that they were on. You know, I like
Yeah.
watching stuff like that, and I can't believe I forgot it. But
I would have watched it too. I forgot.
it seems like Jodie Foster finally came out.
Yep.
She never said she was gay.
But she
Implied
implied it. Okay. Yeah, so let me read this. So while not explicitly describing herself as a lesbian, Jodie Foster, did discuss coming out to her family and friends about 1,000 years back in the Stone Age. Then she pointed to one of the deepest loves of my life, my heroic co-parent, my ex-partner in love, but righteous soul sister in life, Sydney Bernard. Thank you, Sid. I am so proud of our modern family. A reference to Foster's sons, Charlie and Kit, who are also in attendance.
Yep, they were there.
They were there. So, duh. All I could say.
Yeah.
We've always
She had
known,
this
right?
6-minute long stream of consciousness speech that she gave last night.
Yeah. Mhm.
And I've heard some of it. I was listening to it I was watching video clips of it, and I don't know what she's talking about. Is she retiring from the movie business as acting, or is she just going to produce now, or what is she doing? She's kind of like, I'm done, but what is she done with? So I don't. It was
Yeah.
kind of confusing, but it was quite interesting, and it confirmed rumors that people have known for years that Jodie Foster is a lesbian, or allegedly a lesbian, because she never said she was a lesbian or gay. She just said she came out.
Wasn't there a movie where she was on a video game machine or a pinball machine and she got raped or something?
Yes, that was crap. What was that? Because I remember watching that movie, and I remember how impacted that movie was, because a bunch of guys raped her on the top of a pinball machine, and that was the whole fight. The whole thing about the movie was her fighting the guys because they said that she willingly let them have sex with her, and she was like, "No, I was raped." And there was the big fight about who believed who and stuff. But it was a good movie. The Accused.
The Accused.
I think that's it. I think that's right. The Accused. So.
Oh, good God.
So
Somebody listening to us right now, the accused, the accused. They might
Yeah.
be shouting that
that's
already.
right. So I figured it out. I think that's the right one. So.
Okay.
But from the Golden Globes on to the Oscars.
The Oscars, the gay Super Bowl.
Bowls.
Woohoo! Okay.
Speaking of Super Bowl, Houston's not in it.
No, it's not. Oh, that's right. Oh,
Sorry, guys.
sorry.
Maybe next year.
Maybe.
What about the Saints? Are they going to be in it?
Possibly. We'll find out soon. I'm not sure. I haven't followed the Saints this week, so.
Mike hadn't told you?
He
Oh my
has
God,
to-
Mike! You hadn't keep him filled in. Oh well.
That's right.
So anyway, so
I'll
on to
give
the
him a soon.
Oscars. So the Oscar nominations came out this week, and here are the top picks for the Best Picture. Amor,
Haven't seen it.
Argo.
I have seen it.
You have seen
I
it?
have, yeah.
Okay. Beast of the Southern Wild.
Nope, I haven't seen it.
Django.
Django
Django.
Unchained. Not yet.
Les Mis.
Yes, we have.
Life of Pi.
I have seen it.
Lincoln.
I've seen that.
Silver Linings Playbook.
No, I haven't seen that.
I hadn't even heard of this movie until it came out on the Oscar. So, and Zero Dark 30.
I haven't seen that. But Mike would love to see this. I mean, if it's something that Oscar nominated, we probably
Yeah, so I
watch
got to
it.
go watch a bunch of these. Beast of the Southern Wild, I just saw the DVDs out, I think.
Django Unchained. Have to watch that.
That's something I want to watch at the house. I don't want to watch it in the theater.
Why not? Because it's a Quentin Tarantino movie.
No, it's just for previews. I was just like, I don't want to watch that in the movie theater. That's
It's not that. Okay.
Yeah, so-
You would rather reserve that for big.
yeah.
science.
I don't remember anything about it more either.
No, I have.
So
I don't
Argo I know
know
about because that's the one about getting the hostages out. Beast of the Southern Wilds, I have no idea what that's about, but I've seen previews for it.
Mhm.
So, and then of course Silver Linings Playbook, I don't know anything about, and then there's Zero Dark 30. So,
Zero Dark 30. Okay, so there's a couple of movies that we could probably watch this week. Well, you wait for them, some of them, because this weekend I'm going to be in New Orleans. So
Oh.
Mike and I might do some movie watching.
see, he always goes to New Orleans and never takes me. I always love you.
You can come with me,
Oh my God.
but I'm leaving on Thursday. Mike doesn't know yet. Don't tell Mike. I'm going to surprise him.
Oh, I can't
on
anywhere
Thursday.
because you know what I'm doing this weekend?
What?
Bartending for the drag queens.
Oh, really?
That's right. It's
You're
the
gonna
coronation here in Houston, so that's always the fun thing to do.
Ah, okay.
Those bitches get unhung.
Mhm.
Well, most of them are hung, but most of them get drunk as hell. It's funny as hell.
They're hung? Drag queens are hung?
You didn't know that? And they're all tops too.
Drag queens are tops?
I'm just saying.
Okay. Okay. I'll take your word for it. You must have had a bad experience.
No,
I'm kidding.
I'm just joking when I'm from doing the coronation. So
What's wrong? You need to take Zycam.
you know,
And
like,
they're not our sponsors either.
so,
I learned that from a bear from what is it? From Minneapolis. He said that take Zycam. You can feel. I mean, it worked for me when I was before going to Sydney.
Yeah.
I was getting sniffles myself, and oh my god, I'm going to get a cold soon. So I followed the directions. Take it for 4
Yeah.
hours, and I was religiously doing it, and sure enough, it went away. It kind of worked, maybe.
so.
All right, now on to bear events. Okay, just a few bear events that we want to promote here. One is from Bangor, Maine. Bangor.
Bang.
Nice name.
Bang a whore.
Bangor. Okay, so why Bangor, Maine? Because my partner Mike used to live in Maine, and I'm surprised myself that there's a bear run there. I mean, it's all mountains there. So, okay, so Snow Bear. Snow Bear is on Friday, January 25th, and it's for 2 days. So your Maine Den Men, they're called Maine Den Men.
Yep.
It's like Maiden Men. It's Maine Den Men. Presents their third annual Snow Bear, SNO, Snow Bear, from January 25 to 27th. Frolic with hairy-minded men. And their admirers. Heat up to connect, socialize, dance, eat, and party in central Maine. Snow Bear is a must with plenty of prizes, food for a bear to winter on, plus music, a heated pool, late night pizza, and other special events. Join the increasing crowd of returning bears. So their early bird single right now is $70. Couples $125. Wow, I guess there's a discount if you go as a couple.
Hey.
Yeah. So late
So
registration
we're a
January
couple
1st.
now, aren't we?
Single $80 after January 1st, I guess. $80 and $145. Yeah. So their website is maindenmen.com. Put the links on the website. And one more.
Well, hang on. That's in Maine.
Yeah, what about it?
Oh, that's going to be another Stephen King book. Snow Bear.
Snow Bear. a Stephen King book
yeah.
called Snow Bear.
Snow Bear, yeah. It's
Or-
kind of like Tommy Knockers with the Tower series mixed in,
But then the Snow Bear is the murderer.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, that'd be interesting. Okay, so next is our friends from Drenchford, actually.
Oh, no, not that Gary guy.
That Gary guy. We have to have him in the show, April 4th to 7th in Erie, Pennsylvania. Okay, so I haven't booked anything yet. I plan. Do you plan to go?
I'm not planning on it this year. I'm trying to save money.
You save money? Okay.
So.
I'm planning to go. Dave is going to go too. So Mike cannot go either. So it's just me, probably will podcast there. And 54% of registration spots are booked for Drenchford 9. And don't miss out on the best little run for fun. Run costs increase on January 16th. What's today's date?
12th.
The 12th. No. 12th
No, today's
is not-
11th.
No.
Day is January 11th.
No. Today's the
11th.
14th.
Oh, that's right. Day is the 14th.
Computer, tell me.
Sorry, today is January the 14th. That's right, because tomorrow's payday. That's right.
January 14th.
I'm getting 12th in my head because we had a bunch of tariffs that went live, and I had to do work on those today. So
Okay.
that's why.
So January 14th. So 2 days from now. By the time you guys hear this,
That's right. So all
the
of you get
prices
paid
will
tomorrow.
increase.
Go book your drinks for, and they're at a new hotel this year,
It's
right?
their new hotel. I heard that.
That's right.
Yeah.
So,
So go to drenchedfur.com and we'll check it out. Okay.
new hotel, same old demanding bitch in charge. Oh, I'm gonna get so many hate mails on Facebook.
We're gonna
for that.
get hate mails now.
Oh, that's
Ray
right.
at BearPodcast.
That's right. Well, they're all gonna be coming from Gary, so it ain't gonna matter.
It's probably
It's
from
gonna come
Gary,
from
but
Gary.
probably Facebook post on for
That's
you.
right. I'm sure I'll get one as soon as this goes out. So I may even a little bit. Banned.
Bad. Okay, one last one is Texas Bear Roundup 18. It's actually Casino Bear Royale. This is in Dallas, Texas, of course. So howdy from the Big D. The members of the Dallas Bears invite y'all, to join us on March 14th to 17th for Texas Bear Roundup 18th. Casino Bear Royale. So Casino Bear Royale, the mystery, intrigue, and thrill of secret bear agents. Right? In their rooms. In international men, spies, sexy bears, casinos, and passionate encounters await you. Oh, but in the passionate encounters in the meditation room. So,
You know what that makes me think of? Remember those old movies where they were running from room to room with the doors and they'd be opening and coming at different places all the time?
yeah,
That's kind of like what TBRU is like in the hotel.
just like a slapstick comedy.
Yep, running
Okay.
from room to room.
Okay, so in this installment of TBRU, you take on the role of the international play bear. Nice. Spy seeking some payback from some of your colleagues. The secret exchange of room numbers. Right.
They ain't no secret about that.
There's no secret about there. Especially room 1717. Yeah, that's Dave's room, I think. So, the secret exchange of room numbers, late night rendezvous, sweaty dances, underwater adventures, and much more await you for this adventurous weekend. Come and let your inner spy out at Casino Bear Royale.
So if you want to be a voyeur,
go to room 1717.
don't be telling everybody where his room is. I'm rooming with them this year. Don't be telling people that.
Wait a second. Oh my god, that's your room.
Everybody be like,
Hello, is this Ray? Is this Ray's room?
no.
Oh
Be
my
like,
God.
is this Dave's room? Is this Dave's room? Is this Dave's room? Is this Dave's room?
No, he's not here.
Like,
He's
he's
in another
not
room.
here. He's in somebody else's room.
Okay, so
Not that Dave's a whore or anything like that. We, Slut maybe, but not a whore.
Hey, stop calling him. Hey. TPRU.org is the website for you guys to check out, okay? Love you, Dave. Okay. All right, so let's go on with the gay, the geek, and the bizarre.
You mean do the gay?
Okay, you do the gay, Ray.
Okay. Our gay this week is by Dan Pellanata, and he does a blog.
A blog.
He does a blog. I'll get it out here in a minute. And his blog this week was "Never Lie About Who You Really Are." And I'm summarizing this. I'm condensing this way down, but we'll put the link on the page so you can actually go read the whole blog. Yesterday was my 12th anniversary of being with my partner, Jimmy. I called a florist, and a nice woman picked up. I told her it's my anniversary and I want to send roses. I know she's thinking the roses are going to a woman. It doesn't matter that I've been out for 31 years. I still get self-conscious when it comes time to tell her what to put on the card. Dear Jimmy, etc. Love, Danny. I steel myself for the usual response. Did you say Jenny? But this woman gets it. How can you develop this coming out muscle yourself? First, know what you're coming out about. Identify your truths. Write a personal values manifesto. Did I jump? I must have cut something out.
Yeah, I
you know,
did.
but write a manifesto. You know, if values. You cut something out?
Yeah, I did.
Well, this makes no sense at the end. Then
It does
no,
too.
It doesn't.
Yes,
How
it
can
does.
you develop? Because I had 3 parts we should read about. Okay. Anyway,
Sorry.
somebody edited mine.
I edited this.
How can
It's
you develop
really
this
long.
coming out muscle yourself? First, know what you're coming out about. Identify your truths. Write a personal values manifesto. You can't know if your values are being validated if you are ambiguous about what they are. Second, learn to develop a sixth sense when your line is being crossed. It may be a gut feeling, a nervous laugh, a habit of rationalization. Not an hour ago, a delivery company called and asked if anyone would be home this afternoon to accept a package. I said yes, my other half with the 3 sick kids. That must be fun for her, the guy said. That tiny voice in my head rationalized, you're about to hang up, let it go. The moment I heard myself say that, a trigger went off and I came out to him with a simple, she's a he. Rationalization is a red flag for me. Let it be one for you. So you're not gay, you can still develop the strength to stand up for your truths. Stop thinking outside the box and start thinking outside the closet. And there's a whole much better piece in the middle that Maynard cut out that I did not read that tied all that together because now it makes no sense. But it's his
Sorry
fault.
about that. It's my fault. It's my fault. You can open it. Let me see. Which part was it? But in general, really, it's really just talking about being true to yourself whenever you're encountered by these kind of people. Like, that's what I always say. To people who want to come out or who's trying out to come out to a cashier. Like, hey, is this for you? No, this is for my boyfriend. What if what? So what does it matter if she knew that you're gay? You're gonna be out there in the next minute, and she's gonna forget you. And no, she might remember you the next time. But what I'm saying is, it's really. I like the blog post because I sometimes have that problem. That okay, don't tell Mike. Mike would be angry. Mike, it's sometimes that we would go out, and I don't like being referred to be as the friend. It was back then. Okay, and
bitch is just too impolite.
yeah, that's right. What could do my bitch? He's my bitch. That's fine. I mean, I love that, but
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
yeah. That'd be nicer though. Hey, this is my bitch. You can do that. Yeah, there are times that you need to come out anyway. I mean, we forgot to turn on the lights. I just remembered.
Yeah, I just noticed that too.
I just noticed that we don't have lights. Okay, but it's bright enough. I hope the lighting is okay. We've been on this for more than a half hour. Okay. So dark in here. Anyway, the camera would compensate somehow, or we can make it black and white all the way. Anyway, so what I was saying, yeah, I mean, have you tried doing that yourself, Ray? I mean, coming out to other people on like someone who on a bus or on a train or something,
No.
or no?
Some minor things I really just ignore just because it's. Yes, I probably should say something about it, but it's also one of those things. You know what? The motherfucker's ignorant. Why should I try to enlighten his ass? But things I do, like when I started my new job 8 years ago, one of the main things I did was like, I'm gay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't just like bust out and say, hey, but I was like, when people come up and ask about girlfriends and stuff, I said, oh, no, I'm gay. I have a partner. So, and that one, first, that cut out all the bitches hitting up on me at work.
Okay. Double purpose.
Double purpose. And then two, they started asking me all these questions, which is just, I was like, no, this is work. I don't need to talk about my personal life. Thank you.
Oh,
So,
really?
Really, yeah.
Oh, my God.
So,
I don't either. I mean, I'm getting comfortable with it also at work now. It's just telling them that my partner and I about having kids. People would talking about kids. They would ask me, do you plan to adopt? And yeah, we would say, yeah, Mike wants to, but I don't want to. So we have conversations like that at work, and sometimes interesting how they react. And I see what he was saying in the blog post that you have that sense, you're conscious of what they're going to say, that possibly how would they react whenever I say something. Like I was very cautious before whenever I say me and my partner, or I haven't said really me and my husband, because to me partner I'm more comfortable with the word partner myself. So when I say me and my partner are doing this, then they would understand. And and they just don't they don't mind anymore. They don't bat an eye anymore. So
yeah. Well, one of the things I've had to deal with is because I work with a lot of oil industry people, and one nasty ass, pain in the ass executive that I don't have to deal with anymore, thank God, because they're no longer with our company. But it used to be every time I went to a meeting with them, he had to make some comment about gays or something, or being a fag or some bullshit like that. And it used to piss me off. And there was one time he was going on, and I excused myself from the room so I could go to the restroom to calm down. And I think my boss figured out what was going on, because I never went back to any meetings after that.
Oh, really?
He didn't ask me to go back with him. So.
Oh, wow.
So, but I mean, he was just making these jokes, and I just wanted to go off on his ass. But I knew if I had, I'd lost my job. So.
Oh, really? He's a boss? Is he a boss?
No, he's an oil executive that our company contracted with.
Oh, okay.
So it's one of those things like, if I say anything, I'll lose my job, and I'll probably lose the contract, and it'll be a big mess. So I was just like,
well, you could have said something more. Can you please tone down? Would you have done that? Tone down.
That's the one of those weird things where you're with some of these oil company executives. If you say one little thing, it pisses them off, and you're out the door.
Oh, really?
Yes, I mean, it's really old boy. It's still a bunch of old boy network in there. And to a certain extent, I can deal with that. But when but this guy was I've never had this problem with anybody else. He's the only one that was very derogatory towards all that. So I was just like, but anyway.
Yeah, so.
Because he was also, like, used to talk about going to Asia and hooking up with his massage whores or whatever the shit he was doing.
Oh,
Love you
really?
long time bullshit. Yeah, he was always bringing that shit up.
That's horrible people.
Singapore hoe.
But yeah, so tell us some of your stories. Maybe you guys have coming out stories. Do you have that kind of instinct that if you're going to say something gay or talking about your partner or your child with your partner, have you guys experienced that? And wait for a reaction, perhaps, on the for the person who you're talking to. If you have any stories like that, it'd be great to hear from you guys, and let us know. Okay, so let's move on to the geek. Okay, okay, this is very you. Okay, so White House responds to Death Star petition, doesn't support blowing up planets. I don't think that's a good idea. So sorry, John D. of Longmont, Colorado, and the 34,000 plus other who signed the Death Star petition. The White House has responded, and the answer is no. Doesn't the White House have bigger fish to fry?
Well, but that's the deal. Once you get 22,000 signatures, the White House has to respond.
respond.
Just like the whole
the hate group thing about the Westboro Church.
Westboro Church. The whole thing about Texas seceding from the Union, they had to respond to it.
Yeah.
Because the presidential thing is, once they get 22,000 people saying something about it, the White House has to make an official response to it.
Okay. So the federal government will not be initiating a program to construct a functioning Death Star, despite the pleas of tens of thousands of Americans. So those tens of thousands are the ones who go to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Or or just geeks, maybe. That's what I think. So they've just published an official response to the November petition that appeared on the We the People online petition site, saying that they share a desire for job creation too, but this isn't the way. In essence, yes, it would be a good job creation, but I have something to say about that later. Okay,
Okay.
so here's the White House reasoning. The administration shares your desire of job creation and a strong national defense, but a Death Star isn't on the horizon. Here are a few reasons. The construction of the Death Star has been estimated to cost more than $850 quadrillion. We're working hard to reduce the deficit, not expand it. The administration does not support blowing up planets. Why would we spend countless taxpayers' dollars on a Death Star with a fundamental law that can be exploited by a one-man starship? They actually answered this, okay? So the original petition asked the U.S. government to secure funding and resources and big construction on the Death Star by 2016. Very ambitious, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I think if there's 20-something thousand people who went out and voted in their state elections this year, we wouldn't have such a fuck up in Congress right now, but apparently they did not.
Yeah.
So, because the next 4 years is going to be pure hell.
Is he? Really?
Yes, I've seen. One of the things I started putting this week was a blog post by a political analyst saying that we have a president in the White House, we have the Republicans in control of the House, and they're doing everything they can to block anything reasonable. And they're being very right wing about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a very good article, and it pinpointed some specific things that have been done so far. And it's just like, this is the way it's going to be for the next 4 years, unless in the next 2 years, when another majority of the House gets elected and Senate, more
yes.
Democrats get elected. So
the things
would change. So
change.
it's just going to be interesting. So,
Mm-hmm.
but anyhow, so
okay, so that's kind of geeky. Anyway, going back to the Death Star thing.
yeah.
Okay, I want to comment on that. Going back to the Death Star, you went political all of a sudden, Ray.
I've been around Dave too long. I can't help it.
So, it's discussed before. Where was it? On Slice of Sci-Fi many years ago about the Death Star. You know, how do you construct a Death Star? You have to have people constructing it. Aliens, maybe. These people have families. These people have their own lives too. And here comes Luke Skywalker blowing up, and there are contractors there. You can't have everyone to be. You just being realistic. Not everyone in there are for the Empire. People are there just to work.
Well, if you read all the Star Wars books, then you would know that most of the people that developed and designed the Death Star done it under distress. I mean, there were whole things about engineer. There's this whole book about building the Death Star, and one of the engineers, every time it was almost like Asian kids, if they screwed up and they didn't develop something that was supposed to work, then their whole village got destroyed.
Ah, okay.
So that's how Darth Vader did it.
But then, which goes back, these are people who trying to work because they want to live. And here comes Luke Skywalker destroying the whole place. And these are innocent people, like you said. These are people in distress.
Well, there's always casualties in war, whether it's good or bad. There's always casualties in war. That's the downside of war.
Screw you, Luke Skywalker, killing all those distressed people. So, anyway.
So what about all the people at Alderaan that the Death Star blew up?
Around everybody's okay, right?
No, they blew the planet up.
Which was around them?
Huh?
What other what?
The Death Star blew up Alderaan. It blew up a whole planet.
Oh yeah, because supposedly the Empire is really evil. That's because that's really what's his name? It wasn't Darth Vader who did the call, right?
That was Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yeah, it's him, right?
Yeah.
So he was the one who actually destroyed. Because I guess it's touche, right?
Yeah. So I mean,
Who would wait? Okay, fine. How about there are people from Alderaan who are in distress working there also at the Death Star?
well, they're all dead now, so it doesn't matter.
What is it? And it's fiction too. Why are we talking about this? Okay, let's go on to the bizarre Ray. And this is all about you. No, not really.
No, it's not all about me, but I think this is very.
It's a different priest.
It's a different priest, so it's very funny.
Okay.
This bizarre is what we're calling tied up at the moment, or as I like to call it, the 50 Shades of Jesus sermon.
Okay.
So, would you like to play the audio first, Maynard?
Okay, here
So
we
all
go.
listeners, and if you have, and then we'll post all this stuff so you can listen to it online.
Okay, here's the audio.
911. Hi there. I'm stuck in a pair of handcuffs. I'm going to need help getting out before this becomes a medical emergency. What's the problem? I am stuck in a pair of handcuffs. You're stuck in a pair of handcuffs? Yes, playing with them. So I need some help getting out. Okay. What's the address where you're at? 2119 North 20th. Your name?
He can't say the name. He can't say his
Is this the
name.
business you're at? It is actually, yes. Okay, what's the business? Sandwiches. Okay. Where at in the building are you? I'm in the front room.
In the dungeon.
Come to the front door.
Oh,
Okay, hold on one second. Yes, sir.
this is so embarrassing.
Okay, we're going to get help over there for you, okay? Okay, I'll be here. Are you an employee there? Yes, I am. Okay, are you the only one there? Yes, I am.
Probably head of the
Okay.
parish.
I'll be here. All right, we'll get somebody over there, okay? Thank you, sir. Uh-huh.
Okay, y'all can tell the whole reason the 911 caller, the 911 dispatcher got off because he was laughing his ass off.
He found out it's
Because when he pulled that address up and he saw that it was the church and this guy was calling from inside the church and he had handcuffs, he was laughing his ass
I
off.
bet he was.
So anyway, and I mean you could tell what he was trying not to laugh with the guy on stuff. But anyway,
Okay.
tied up at the moment are 50 Shades of Jesus sermon. Coach priest granted leave. The pastor of St. Alicia's Church in Springfield's North End has been granted a leave of absence after he called 911 from the rectory and told a dispatcher that he needed help getting out of the handcuffs. I'm going to need help getting out of the handcuffs before this becomes a medical emergency, Father Tom Donovan told a dispatcher, who sounds a bit incredulous during the November 28th call. You're stuck in a pair of handcuffs, the dispatcher asked. I was playing with them and I need help getting out, Donovan responds. Donovan told the dispatcher that he was alone in the rectory. It's not clear exactly how he ended up in the handcuffs or why he feared a medical emergency.
Maybe he tripped.
His voice sounds garbled and muffled on the tape, and sources say that the police discovered some sort of gag on the priest when they arrived. The diocese has been tight-lipped about the matter, saying only that Bishop Thomas Pabrocki granted Donovan's request for a leave of absence at some point before Christmas. The diocese knows about the incident, given that Brad Huff, an attorney for the diocese, has been given a copy of the 911 tape by Sangamon County Emergency Telephone System Department. Katie Sass, spokeswoman for the diocese in Springfield, said that the diocese also has a copy of the police report on the matter.
Wow.
Sass would not disclose Donovan's whereabouts or say whether he was staying at the church-affiliated location. I wouldn't be able to tell you where Father Donovan is, Sass said. There's a matter of privacy here.
Right.
Sass said that Donovan approached Pabrocki after the incident and asked for help. He came to the bishop before anyone was aware of the incident, Sass said. He came to the bishop and asked for help and was granted leave. Pabrocki reviewed the police report after speaking with Donovan, and the police account jibed with what the priest told the bishop, Sass said. And did you cut some of this too?
No, I think I got all
Because Pabrocki is the bishop that's been spouting all the gay hate stuff
Oh, was he really?
in Springfield. Yeah,
I-
maybe that's in a different article.
It's a
I read
different article. Probably it's a different
So-
article. Anyway, so this is in Chicago, right? It's in Illinois.
Springfield.
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 Oh yeah, that's Springfield. How far is that from Chicago? I was wondering if our friends there, Devin and Jay, would go there and probably
Yeah.
reenact there. It would be interesting. But yeah, it's funny that he must have been on Growler or something and had someone come over,
No, he probably having the nuns do it to him.
the nuns,
I don't know. Or
Maybe-
one of the altar boys.
maybe the altar boys, will you shut up, Father? So they handcuffed him, put a
Exactly.
gag on his mouth.
So
No. It's got to be him. No. Do you think it's really somebody did it to him? He can't
my
admit it.
question is, why would he be doing it in the rectory?
I'm sure somebody did it. So somebody did it to him. What do you think he would be wearing? They didn't
I
describe what he was
think
wearing.
somebody did it to embarrass. I think he was with somebody and somebody did it to embarrass his ass.
Yeah, that's what I think. He was kind of picking up someone, and then the guy had handcuffs and gag. And
Well, not necessarily have to be a guy, but
well, it could be a. Yeah, you're
So-
right. You're right. It could be a girl. Okay, fine.
That's right,
Okay, he could not be gay. Maybe he's not. But then, it's just interesting.
could have been Sister Amnesia.
Sister amnesia, and she won't. He won't forget. Oh yeah, actually he forgot.
So,
Anyway, okay, so kind of funny story, and it's a good find. I think I found it in on Google Reader before. Anyway, so we have emails. Go ahead with this one, Ray, because you might have an answer for this guy.
okay. This email is from Henry. Hi, guys. There's a 21-year-old guy on Bear Underground asking for advice whether he should go to TBRU. He's tender but doesn't know anyone, or either if you're going. If so, I thought maybe you could get in touch with him and offer some encouragement. His name is Robin. Henry in Atlanta. Well, Robin, we are going. Robin and Henry, we are going to TBRU. Maynard, are you going to TBRU?
Yes, that's the plan.
I'm going to TBRU. I'm rooming in 1717 with Dave, apparently. No, don't go to that room because I think that was his room last year.
Yeah, those are not sure.
Hopefully we don't have that
I
same
don't think
room this
we'll get the
year
same
because I'll hear that all night. Somebody's going to die. It's going to be a 911 call.
This is what it looks like. Yeah.
So, hey.
Hey.
Is that Henry?
No, that's the guy from college he was talking about.
Oh, he is? He
Yeah.
says 26. He said he's 21.
21. Oh, maybe. Oh, he can't be 21. I don't know. 20-year-old. Maybe he is 21.
Yeah.
Maybe he is 26. I'm not sure. But anyway,
So that's not Henry?
No, that's not. That's the guy.
Okay.
That's.
Well, he's
that's
local.
Robin, yeah.
Henry, tell him to hit me up. I'm on Growler.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not on Bear 411, and I don't think I still have my Bear Underground account. Or if I can, I can't remember what the password is.
Oh, okay.
Either which one. Either
Okay.
way. So,
Just go in and say hi. Say hi to him when you get the
yes.
chance.
So,
Okay, another email. Actually, it's a message from Devin. Devin, he says that Nard and Ray. Yes, I have a Chewbacca hoodie.
but it's not a Mark Jacobs Chewbacca hoodie.
What do you mean? Are we gonna be picky on that?
Yes. I don't think his cost $200 because I saw the picture of it today when he commented on it. And I was like, no, that's not like the one that I got from last week. It was fabulous.
Really?
Yes. It was kind of like me. If I took my shirt off, it'd be like nice and soft and furry and you just want to pet it.
Okay.
So,
Right.
mhm.
I'll take your word for it.
So,
Okay. It's coming up soon. Oh, that's my rice. I ate this yesterday. This rice bowl. You took a bowl, put rice in it, and then it's a big bowl.
mhm.
I'm waiting for Devin's picture to come out. So it should come out soon. Very soon. Here it comes. I think here it comes. No, it's the Vegemite. Are you sure you don't want to taste
No
Vegemite?
No Vegemite for me.
Yeah, you know the way Mike describes it. If he were to imagine how
And
a
that's
monkey's asshole would taste like, would be like that.
Yeah.
It would be
Well, not like
Vegemite.
Wilton. No, that's Wilton.
Yeah, this is Wilton. Yeah, like we like Vegemite. So, oh no, I guess I didn't.
I don't think you put it on there.
I thought I did.
I think you messed up, Maynard.
I messed up. I didn't.
There's the one where Superman gets bitch slapped by Batman.
Okay. But
That's
anyway,
it.
so yeah, Devin's got.
And
a
I don't know who
Chewbacca-
this guy is, but if he's single and likes bears, put him my way, especially if he's submissive bottom.
Oh.
Oh my God, he's so hot.
I hope I'm not blocking it too much on
So,
with the
anyway.
monitor.
So anyway, we also got some happy birthdays this week. A bunch of happy birthdays. To Jeff T, Tim B, and you know Tim B here in Houston, and Jeff T. Wayne E, who's my cousin. Happy birthday, Wayne. You finally hit 44. You're catching up with me. Andrew R, and you know who Andrew is. His bear group. Dustin S, Aleem K, Justin A, who was on Bear Watch last year. Chuck T, and my
Oh.
Aunt Jenny. All of who are getting older this week.
Is she your aunt?
She's really my aunt, yes.
Oh, okay. tell her to watch the show. So she got a shout out.
Oh no, she sends me too much Republican stuff on Facebook.
Oh, she does. Oh, then she should watch this then. Oh my god. All right. So, well, not much for me. Like I said, I didn't get to go to socialize last weekend at all. So, kind of boring weekend, but it was okay. Now, actually, behind this camera is my Christmas tree. It's still up.
Looks like the
Merry
lights are not
Christmas,
on.
everyone. It's still up, and Ray's gonna help me out, put it down. So, and you're gonna help me out, right?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So I guess that's the show. It's been wow. This is a long show. Wow.
23 hours?
No. Yeah.
Oh,
23 hours.
23
yeah.
hours. 30.
Okay. So thank you everyone for watching and listening. If you want to contact us, send your emails to show@BearPodcast.com.
Or you can give us a call at 206-222-2327. That's 206-222-BEAR. Leave us a voicemail and we'll play it on the show. Maybe our little friend here should call us.
Who?
That we talked about wants some information on TBRU.
Ah, okay.
But yes, you should go to TBRU. You should also go to Bear Watch, which registration opens up at the end of the month. So.
Oh, it opens up. And then, okay.
Yeah.
We'll probably talk. Can we talk? Do you think we can talk about the Houston Bears later?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So subscribe via iTunes and Vimeo and YouTube, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and go to the official website. The official website is BearPodcast.com. Thank you everyone for watching and or listening, and we'll catch you guys next week. Many moves and many hugs.
Woof, what a bear.
Podcast your ass.
Woof, what a bear. Woof, what a bear.